pushing another new bike up the hill, another new Schwinn Axum. This one, the Axum Comp. Yesterday I showed you the Axum Comp X. This is a very similar bike, same platform, same sized frames. But I want to tell you, if you want to go watch that Axum X review, you'll learn a lot because a lot of this is the same. As a matter of fact, there are only about 3 component differences that I've found thus far. The first of which is this color, which is absolutely gorgeous. And I find this surprising because, I don't know if you can see there. Yeah, there you go, Comp. Axum Comp. They call this black on the Walmart website, but it's actually kind of a metallic green color. It's a darker green. I don't really see any black in it. Maybe there's a black undercoat. There's definitely black lettering, and that is clear coated over. And I want to tell you, this is a gorgeous color. And that's just a little oil there. That's not, it doesn't gloss like that. But this is a gorgeous color, and it looks like, as soon as I unboxed this, I thought, wow, this is going to be textured. But no, it's just the metallic flake is so prominent that it looks textured, gorgeous on this frame. In the Comp X review, the Axum Comp X review, a couple of people commented they didn't like the contrast between the graphics and the paint. Well, this is very subtle, very nice. Really sets off this frame. And in the sun, it looks even better. A really good color. Good job, Schwinn. That's difference number 1. Let's go through all the components on this bike. I know some of you don't like to go back and watch other videos. This bike has lock-on grips, and a lot of this is exactly like the Comp X. This bar is 760 millimeters wide, a prime example. But these grips, lock-ons at a single point. There is a trigger shifter, but this is an Axe 8-speed trigger shifter. So like the Comp X, the Comp maintains 8-speed, but Axe, that harkens back to the old Axum. So there's one major difference. Again, those bars 760 wide, mechanical disc brakes. You'll see an omission there. That's another major difference. Tapered head tube. All the new Schwinns have this. All the new Schwinn Axums at least. This fork, it's a standard fork, not a taper, but it can be adapted if you want to upgrade. This fork does have a manual lockout, a preload adjuster, 100 millimeters of travel, a nice supporting arch. It's made for 29-inch wheels. Has a quick release. There's the wheel hubs. Here's the rims, Schwinn branded, very familiar with these. The Chow Yang tires, 29 by 2.60. Nice fat. Some little knobs there. Tested them out on the trail yesterday and they did pretty good. The drivetrain, the front half, just like the Comp X. The plastic Schwinn pedals, 170 millimeter alloy crank arms, the 30-tooth single chainring. And then we get to the back, where it's all different, yet still very familiar if you are familiar with the Axum, because the Axe was on the 2023 Axums, or 2020 through 2023. This is a cassette, so it does have a cassette. The range, 11-tooth to 40-tooth. So you gain a little bit on top speed with this, but you'll lose a little bit on uphill ease. This one had something the other bike didn't, a front handcart, or at least not one that I found when I was unboxing it. I'll let you pause and read that if you want to. But these welds, very nice. All these new frames, so good. I mean, they are bike shop quality. This is no exception. It is a nice frame, and I like that curve, that sweep of the top tube. This one a medium. As I mentioned in the other video, and I keep mentioning other video, that's the Comp X. This is a 16.5-inch frame, considered the medium. The large is an 18-inch frame. These have that hybrid, or what I call a hybrid, part internal cable routing, part external, makes for easy hydraulic brake upgrades, so a welcome thing, at least for me. And the rear brake here, 160 millimeter rotor on the mechanical disc brake. Up front, another 180, look at that. A nice large rotor. Also note, this has a front quick release and a rear quick release. The final difference between this and the Comp X is you see the omission there. That's because this doesn't come with a dropper post. Now it is dropper ready. You can route the cabling, And that's done externally, so that'll be pretty easy if you decide to go this route. And it saves $100. So if you're not a dropper person, you don't have to worry with it. If you are and you already have one, you'll be able to easily route the cable and get this set up with the dropper. If you decide to leave it as is, seat post clamp, quick release. Seat post is 30.9 diameter. Nice saddle rail clamp system there. And this Schwinn saddle. Finally, we're going to look at this, the rear hang card. I didn't mention this on that wheel card up front, 5.4 to 5.8 for this Axum Comp, the same sizing as the Axum Comp X, slot number 416. There's the barcode. Same thing on both sides. You also get a Schwinn manual with this. But I didn't mention the sizing on this yet. I want to talk about that. This is the 16.5, and that is set for the perfect height. For me, I'm 5'10", and this will go up just a bit. So you can go down to be 5.4 friendly, but up to at least 5'10 friendly. And then there's the large frame option, which is an 18-inch. I mean, this is a good looking bike, a good looking frame. Show you the spacing here. This comes with the 2.6 tires. Maybe you can put some tires on here with some bigger knobs, but I wouldn't go above 2.6. It's clipping time. Time to get these tags off. I'll be picking that up, don't worry. Get all these tags off, get this wheel card out, and give this a ride. Now I expect this is going to be a little more difficult because I only have a 40 tooth instead of a 46 tooth to pump up this hill. We're about to find out. And I can make this short and sweet because it is so similar to the Comp X that I reviewed yesterday with a couple of exceptions. First and foremost, the shifting out of the box. Dead on adjustment. I didn't need to do anything. Second, this gearing, I do notice it. I notice that this is a 40 tooth, not a 46 tooth when pedaling uphill. And about 3/4 of the way up, you can tell if you listen closely, you can hear that dog panting sound. That's me. Still a 30 tooth to 40 tooth combo on the easy side. And trust me, if I don't complain about it, then most people are going to find it more than adequate. I didn't show this yesterday. I thought I would today. I did spend a little time at the top bedding in the brakes to ensure maximum stopping power. The brakes work well. You can definitely hear them biting in, but they work. On to Magnolia, or Magroli, I'm still trying to get that to stick. The same path I took on the Comp X yesterday. First observations, I can tell the difference in not having a dropper. I'm used to slamming it down so I can bite into turns faster, and that means I'm slower on turns. Also, this happened. I had a chain drop right out of the gate. I think it was when I hopped over that little rock right at the beginning before I even went into those turns. Now, this was the only time this happened. But clearly, the Axe is not an acolyte. Moving past the chain drop and the gearing and the lack of a dropper, very familiar. The bikes have the same bars, the same wheels, the same tires, and the same geometry, so it's pleasurable. It's as fun on this as it was on the Comp X. And the suspension being exactly the same between the two bikes, $100 difference, but same suspension. It's as smooth on this as it is on the more expensive bike. And arguably, this has more potential, at least for fast runs, because of that 11-tooth high gearing. I can remember when we only dreamed about bikes like this at Walmart, and now we have a $100 option between different configurations. And there we go, the first ride on the new Schwinn Axum Comp. A good riding bike, nice geometry, a good setup, not as good as the Comp X, but it is $100 cheaper. You saw one chain drop. Otherwise, this worked. I was able to climb on this. I like the top speed increase. No dropper, though. If you don't like droppers, then this might be the model for you, especially if you like to save $100. I love this finish. I mean, just look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. The semi-internal, semi-external cable routing, either love it or not. But that's my first look at the Schwinn Axum Comp. Comment with what you think. Would you spend the extra $100 for the Comp X? Or is this enough? Comment below. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Extra footnote on this video, if it sounded like I was kind of rushing the end here. First off, I'm fighting traffic noises. Second, there's about to be a lot of noise because I saw this on my front step. I've never seen that many cicadas before. Cicada apocalypse is upon us. So I'm trying to beat it and get some footage filmed, and I still have 5 more bikes to film. Thanks for watching.